Hello, my name is Gloria, and this is my narrative accomplishment aesthetics project. So my gamification project overview is that I want to have at least 50% of the reading and viewing materials completed by Wednesday, the middle of the week, and have the following week's assignment, that week's assignment started by Tuesday and have it at least 90% completed by Friday. That way, weekends can be used as sort of a polish up if need be. For achievements, what it basically boils down to is it gives stuff to the player in order to give them motivation to continue playing. Like, the game will say, hey, here's this cool thing for doing this quest or objective, and your brain kind of goes, oh man, that's cool, I want to collect more of them and get more. And the player then, like me, will proceed to play over 400 hours of one game to get the completionist award, or attempt to get the completionist award. Kingdom Hearts Recoded, this goes out to you. It motivates players to continue playing long after the actual storyline has been completed, so even if the player has gone through, finished up the story, they might want to go back and try and get some of the awards and figure out if they can get them all. So ways I could implement this into my goals is to break up my studying events and have breaks in between doing stuff I would want to do. Like, say, for every 2 hours of studying, I reward myself with 45 minutes of a break in order to, like, watch a YouTube video, scroll through TikTok, play Switch, or, like, Pavlov myself into tricking myself into thinking that studying is fun by having chocolate afterwards, so that way when I eat chocolate afterwards, I will think, oh man, I gotta go study now. Maybe that might work. Or use like a method tracking type thing. I used to use ClickUp to track my progress, didn't work out too well, stopped using it. One that I do like using is an app that came with, I do believe it was a Humble Bundle for BLM movement, something along those lines. It's called Tape, it's on Game Jolt, and it basically makes a digital list to track progress, and it's pretty neat. I actually really like using that. Or physically write it down on paper and get that satisfaction of being able to cross it off, and you can see it physically that it's off the list. Or using a level up method, kind of like for each objective done on time, I get a certain amount of points. Those points translate over to leveling up, and etc., etc. Okay, so for aesthetics in games, and I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong, but that's how I say it, but aesthetics keep things looking pretty and nice to look at. It's pretty subjective. What someone might find pretty and aesthetic in a game, someone else might look at it and go, I don't want that. Aesthetics can use a combination of sights, sounds, smells, taste, and feelings for it to be pleasing to the mind and get players invested in the game. This is why I should proofread. Did I proofread? I did not. But that's fine. I need sleep. So, ways I could implement this into my goals is to kind of keep my workspace clean and nice looking, which is hard because right now my room is doubling as my workspace, and that's kind of not ideal, but it is what it is. I could probably move one of my plants closer to my workplace. That way, if I get stressed out, I can just look at it, and I want to say there's a study out there where having plants close to you can reduce stress and help motivation. Or I can like light a candle or use some essential oils to kind of get a pleasant smell going, or maybe listening to music when I study. I do know that video game soundtracks help with studying. I've been listening recently to a post-rock instrumental playlist on Spotify that's amazing for getting me to focus and kind of calm down if I'm in the middle of a panic attack or whatever. And when worst comes to worst, I have found that anime intro openings are amazing at getting you motivated to do stuff. Don't know why, it just is. At least for me. Okay. Epic narrative. It basically creates a story that goes along with what's being gamified. Like, it can be like, only you can do this important task, like, what is it? Smokey the Bear? Where only you can prevent this wildfire. Or, bringing up rivalries, which is basically, we are better than this because we are this and we are superior. A very popular one is the Xbox versus PlayStation. There's a lot of people who will do a lot of rivalry regarding that. It makes the players kind of invested into the game and gives them motivation to figure out the next part of the story, or gives them a sense of belonging because, oh, I'm part of this group, therefore we're better than this group and I'm going to keep playing to prove it. Ways to implement this into my gamifying is to use visualizations, such as thinking about how much less anxiety I will feel after finishing the project and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and kind of thinking about how this will help me improve for my future career in game development and how this will help. So in conclusion, what I found was most effective for my goals is the reward achievement, because I get to do something fun after doing hard work. I mean, 2 hours and then you get 45 minutes. That's pretty dang motivating for me. And for aesthetics, I found that a combination of keeping like my space clean and tidy and listening to motivating music really gets me focused and zeroed into the project, and being able to read and get through the learning materials a little faster. And I couldn't really find 3 other objectives for the final part, so I'm just sticking with visualization because that's something that my therapist actually has had me do, and I've found is very effective because I can think to how this will potentially help me in the future and how much better and how much thankful future me will be if I get the work done now. Thank you for listening in.